Good morning. My friend Sean Bullock of the Black Sheep Society Facebook group made a very good post about money again the other day, and it's a higher dimensional, forward-looking consciousness that he's expressing in the post. And for most of us at the moment, it's very hard to wrap our heads around it, because we are caged up in this money system. You know, money is something that every one of us needs to live our lives. And it really is the irony, because we are the only species on this planet that has to pay to live, right? Any other species in nature, they don't have to pay. They live in flow, in natural flow with Mother Earth, in a symbiotic relationship of sharing. They know intuitively, instinctively, and consciously how we are all connected to one another and dependent on one another. That's the natural way, right? But humanity got cut off from that consciousness of oneness, of how we are all one and dependent on one another. And in this getting cut off from love, because oneness, the consciousness of oneness, the realization that we're connected to everything is love. We're connected to love. And so the human species at some point got disconnected from love. Love is what we call God. Love is the energy that sustains all things freely. And so we got cut off, and we plunged ourselves into the consciousness of lack and survival, right? And because we were consciously cut off from the oneness, from source, we now believed that we had to hoard and fight for our survival. And that's when tribalism started, and human tribes began fighting and warring with each other, because we were fighting over resources that we believed to be limited. And then we started hoarding and taking more than what we needed, etc., etc. And then the financial system was developed as a means of trade and exchange, which then became a tool to garner power and control to a select few people who were smart enough to exploit this tool. And that's what we're living under today, under the enslavement through this tool that measures out scarcity, that perpetuates the lie of scarcity. And scarcity is the belief in our subconscious. Why do you think people are running after wealth? Why are people wealth building, excessive wealth building? Because subconsciously there is this belief of survival. I have to ensure my survival and my family's survival, right? Because money creates the illusion of scarcity. I have already proven the point that money is not needed to live. The entire nature lives without money. generationally, and everybody thrives in nature. It's just that humans, with this subconscious belief of survival and scarcity, thinks that they have to amass material wealth, right? And so we have become addicted to aggregating wealth, hoarding money, hoarding property, hoarding material, and we use it for trade at overinflated prices, not thinking about the fact that Mother Earth is giving all of those resources for free. Yes, it costs money to extract, but again, if we had not lost the awareness of oneness, of togetherness, instead of enmity and rivalry, there is no obstacle in sharing Earth's resources freely, sharing our labor freely. But as I said, and you might counter this, well, with things cost, right? I need to pay rent, I need to pay utilities. The issue is a deeper issue. It's the disconnectedness from love, right? Love frequency, love energy gives. Love never demands anything. Love never demands payment. It's natural for love to give and to give and to give freely from the abundance that love is. The problem is that we don't have enough love in this world for that to become the new currency, right? Money is the archetype that will always represent lack. Money is not a symbol of abundance. Money is the symbol of lack, scarcity. Abundance, love is abundance. Sharing, it is natural in human beings when our needs are met. It is natural for human beings to be generous, to give, to share, to want to bless someone. That's the natural flow of being, not charging for everything, to try and survive. Think about this. The moment that you have to charge for something is because you're feeling the energy of lack, not having enough. So now you have to extract energy from someone else, depleting their account. And so it becomes a cycle of never enough. You pay a bill, then you have to go and work to earn more of this money currency. All because we are cycling through a consciousness, 3D consciousness of lack. Everything is based on lack instead of love, right? We have a ways to go before humanity will become awake and aware to the love frequency and the currency of love, which is a giving kind of currency. That's why I give everything away for free. That's why I make my musings. This is my energy, but I give it away for free because I love, right? And I have never lacked anything as far as my daily life goes. I have shelter, I have clothing, I have food, I have transportation. Sure, I can't take vacations every year and fly around the world, but that's not a necessity. That is a luxury, right? And because we have these excessive luxuries, we need this economy that's based on money and earning money to earn your points to fly around the world, right? But that's not essential for living. I mean, if that's the last thing on the list. And it's something that you can maybe do once in 5 years or in 10 years, I don't know. But while we have still 2/3 of the world going hungry and not having shelter, I think it's unethical to for the few rich to be jetting around the world, without a bad conscience, and using the resources that they have earned for themselves. What I'm saying is, you're out of balance with nature, right? And anything that is out of balance with nature, what is the word for that? It leads to imbalance over the whole spectrum. It leads to exploitation of the earth. It well, I don't have to spell it out. If you think about it, you're out of flow with nature. You're contrary to divine law, right? So anyways, so the issue around money is much deeper than our immediate needs. And our immediate needs are based on mindset, what we believe our reality to be. If we lack love, then we are operating from a system of scarcity, and we don't have anything to give. If we operate in love, it's natural to want to give and share, to help enhance your fellow human beings, right? So that's the difference. It really comes down to a fundamental belief system. And the 3D system is a system of the belief system of scarcity and rivalry. And that's why conflicts continue, why things remain out of balance. We really do need more love infused into our consciousness.